Episode 8 stepped it up and episode 9 is going to be one step further, and I expect episode 10 to go even one step further. So it's time to dissect episode 9's teaser, what we saw from Kane, Monet shutting out Kane out of her life completely, Lars Alonso's character, and Tariq's problems. So welcome back to MovieBot, let's talk about Power Book 2 Ghost, episode 9. So hope you're having a great morning, and I described yesterday's episode as wow. Some of you agreed with me, and after rewatching the episode for a third time, I enjoyed watching the same as the first watch. It had everything with the character development, the storylines developing further, kills, action, intensity, and edge of your seat stuff. But if you missed my review and recap and discussing your guys' comments on the main topics of the episode, then I'll link the videos down below in the description and in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see everything Power Universe related, from episode review and recaps to storyline breakdowns, then remember to smash the subscribe button. But let's get straight in with this episode 9 teaser breakdown, because Kane fucked up in the last episode, and I'm honestly not surprised that Kane did. And in the last episode he went up against Monet and his family, because you could just see it was building and building. Kane was adding fuel to the fire with his actions, and it was only just a matter of time before he pushed the button on a play that would have him pushed out of the Tarda household. And he did just that in episode 8 by sending one of the GTG crew members to kill Tariq. And in the episode 9 teaser, we see him saying if Monet wants to roll with Tariq, that's fine, I'll take over the streets. And then we see him dispatching a couple of bodies, just like the chop shop we saw in the original Power series. And for those, this is a replica of Kanan. Kanan was the one who taught Tommy and Ghost about chopping bodies up. Ghost mentioned this when he was having a conversation with Sean, but the one difference between Kanan and Kane is Kanan was still very street smart. He played chess the way Tariq and Ghost did, and I don't think Kane quite has the capabilities of making moves like Tariq, but he definitely is fearless, ruthless, and he isn't afraid of adding bodies to his kill count. And I expect episode 9 to be no different, with Kane cleaning the streets with any competition and becoming a real nuisance. And Kane and Tariq are really developing into a Ghost Kanan type of characters. It's pretty obvious, you can see the parallels to the original Power series. And if you want to know more about these parallels, just watch this video here where I talk about Tariq's struggles and how similar they are of Ghosts. I'll link it down for anyone who may not have seen the video. Now, I mentioned the clear difference between Kane and Kanan, and Kanan was smart, and I actually feel what we've seen from 2-Bit so far from his return, he may actually be a better Kanan than Kane. And let's not forget how smart 2-Bit is with his SAT score. But it's up for debate, guys. I think everybody's gonna have their own opinions, so let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Is Kane more of a Kanan, or is 2-Bit the next Kanan? Now, Lil Guap mentioned to Drew in the last episode that the GTG crew take eye for an eye to the grave. Now, do you think Lil Guap will forget about the soldiers that Kane dispatched from the GTG crew? I think him keeping Lil Guap alive is the biggest mistake he's made, because this is going to come back to bite him and the Tejadas. I think they could have been foreshadowing Zeke becoming seriously injured or caught up in a gunfire, and with this close call that he had with Lil Guap, with him almost firing the gun, taking his knee out, I hope I'm wrong, because when I was watching the episode, I was just like, please no. But let's just wait and see what Kane's next play is, and if it could have any implications on Zeke. But speaking about Kane's next play, we know one play that he won't be making anytime in the future, and that's working with the Tardas and Monet, because Tariq mentioned his name when he said that Stansfield is too hot thanks to Kane, and Monet's response was so cold. Wow, it was cold. She said we don't say that name anymore. And what was even more cold was how Monet said to Tariq at the end of the last episode that if Kane comes after him in the streets, then he's got to do what he's got to do, and if he has to take Kane out, then he takes Kane out, and Monet won't hold anything against Tariq for taking his own son out. But Tariq better not seek Kane out for himself, and that was really cold as fuck from Monet. I mentioned previously that Kane is the expendable one in their family, and this just proves my statement. Kane is expendable, and this is why Monet had him playing that position of the shooter, the hitter, the bodyguard for the Tejadas. And which one of her kids can she trust? Tariq. And now they're gonna be moving some serious way, and not just pills but coke. And this is why I think we'll see a lot more of Effie around Tariq now, which I'm going to come to later on in the video, so make sure you stick around to the end of this video. Now, one thing I picked up from the episode 9 teaser, and most of you may have picked it up too, it was Carrie looking at Lorenzo on her laptop, and I genuinely think Zeke may have done a dirty one. He's gone and snitched to Carrie, told her everything that her family is involved in, because how else would she know how to search Lorenzo Tejada? I understand Zeke was scared and maybe wanting a little protection, but does he really think Carrie can protect him better than the way Aunt Monet can? Zeke is just way too sprung up on Carrie, and he should not have told Carrie anything if he did, that is, which is what it looks like, and knowing information like this is costly in the world of power, because if you know something like this along with Jabari knowing what he knows, it's only a matter of time before they eat the bullet, and Monet will find out, and when she does, shit will hit the fan. Now I hope Zeke didn't snitch, because we all know what happens to snitches in the world of power as well, and I hope it's Carrie just being nosy, because I would hate for Zeke to be killed off, because I actually want to see more of him. But let's wait and see whether he did snitch or whether it's just Carrie being a little nosy. But let's move on and talk about one of my favourite actors, because I've been following and watching his movies and shows that he's been on for a while, and I mentioned him a couple of days ago, and that's Lars Alonso. Looks like he's gone kind of hench as well. He's definitely been in the gym over lockdown, or he could have just got fat, or the suit is just too small. But anyway, he looks like as if he's playing a role of a cop, because there's an assistant in the background taking notes as he says to one of the professors, the fact is the gangbanger was murdered by a killer that was skilled enough to make it look like it was an accident. And he's right, because 2-Bit is a skilled pro. He made it look like it was an accident, and Tariq better be glad that 2-Bit showed up just in time, because he really dealt with the body to make it look like it was an accident. But Lars Alonso, or Sam Santana should I say, is playing the role of a cop, and a very skilled and experienced one by the sounds of it. And I'm disappointed a little bit, because I really hoped he was on the streets. I didn't think he was going to be Rico, but I hoped we'd see him on the streets. But I think this is just one to keep an eye on, because all may not seem as it is, and I'm sure we're about to learn more about his character in the next 2 episodes, so let's wait and see. But let's talk about Tariq and 2-Bit and what we saw from that particular part in the episode 9 trailer, because Ghost promised 2-Bit that he'd take care of him, and well, Ghost is no longer here, so that debt has been passed on to Tariq. Tariq managed to get 2-Bit 24k, but now he wants 50k for saving his life. And this one's interesting, because I'm going to be talking about 2-Bit and Tariq in a little bit more detail in my video tomorrow. But Tariq is really going to be up against it now, and is he going to be truthful with Tasha about 2-Bit and tell her that he's asking for all this money? I feel a call to Tommy is coming real soon, but I'm saving this one for my video tomorrow, because there's so much more I want to say on 2-Bit and Tariq's storyline. But what about Effie, because this time she's sticking around instead of just appearing for 1 episode and disappearing, and Tariq needs her help now shifting weight, because it looks like as if Brayden may not be in the game with Tariq at this moment in time, because 1, they've had a bit of a bust up with the same way as Tommy and Ghost used to have, and 2, Stansfield is too hot right now because of all of the heat that Kane brought. Now this image of Brayden looks like he's seriously hungry and wounded that he won't be in the game with Tariq, because he wanted to move in on coke, and it looks like Tariq is not shifting coke with Brayden. And I hope Brayden and Tariq can patch things up, because I believe Brayden is one character that I think Tariq can trust. And I really feel that Tariq didn't need to lie to Brayden about Effie or moving coke at Stansfield. But Effie tells Tariq that he's a monster, and the sooner that he accepts it, the better off that he'll be. So what has Tariq done for him to show Effie that he's a monster? Let's not forget about the piece that Effie had as well in the last episode, and there's still so much we don't know about her character. So can we trust her yet? Not yet, and Tariq knows this, which is why he's got Effie trusting him, not the other way around. And well, who's Kane punching, who's got the gun to whose face? Shit looks like it's about to get real, and as good as episode 8 was, episode 9 will be better. And even though the teaser wasn't that revealing, I think they're saving a lot for the episode. I think they don't want to give away too much, and then episode 10 will top both. So with that being said, let me know what your thoughts are on the episode 9 teaser down below in the comment section. And remember, I'm going to be breaking down the key storylines this week, starting with 2-Bit and Tariq tomorrow. So if you haven't done so already, remember to smash the subscribe button and have the notification bell turned on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.